Hello, I'm Peter Gianoli, founder of Limitless Real Estate, property specialist and author. Okay, so here we are now at my computer screen and we've logged into realestate.com.au. As you can see, at realestate.com.au you can find out information about how much properties will cost to buy, to rent, and so on and so forth, all over Australia and New Zealand. The aim behind us going to realestate.com is to make sure that we do not pay too much for our investment property, and also to make sure we get the right inputs for the feasibility that we want to conduct on our property in regards to rental availability, rental estimates and the like. So the way I use realestate.com to get to the information very quickly is to go across to here and type in a suburb. Let's choose Osborne Park as an example in Western Australia. We'll find it here, we click it and hit search. This will bring us to the information on the suburb. As you can see, here are the listed properties that real estate agents have listed over a period of time, and you can click any one of these and drill down to the details of the property. When I'm looking for trends of suburbs, I like to avoid the advertisements, that's what these two are, and I like to go down to the normal listings such as this particular one here. So I'll click this particular property as an example. Here we have the information on the property. You can read all about it here. You can find out the inspection times if you want to go and physically look at the property, or you can contact the real estate agent to get the information about the particular property, to find out how long it's been on the market and so on and so forth. Important information when you're trying to analyse a suburb. Now if you scroll down below the property, you'll see the suburb profiles, and so shortly we're going to click behind this screen to have a look at the suburb profile of Osborne Park. So one of the things I like to do is to see which properties have sold recently in Osborne Park, and you'll see that they're listed here, and you'll see the type of sale, and everything looks somewhat normal. If you're unsure about any of the properties and you'd like to check them out, then you would click them here to make sure there's no aberrations that could throw up difficult or incorrect figures for the suburb profiles that we're chasing. So now we go here and we click the suburb profile, and this will take us to Osborne Park, and you can see it gives us a description of Osborne Park. It will give us some map information on Osborne Park, and it'll give you a snapshot of what a house median price is, $557,000, what the median rent is you can expect, same for units, but where we like to go is to trends. When you're looking at the trends of a suburb, we don't like monthly trends, we prefer annual trends. And this will start to tell us that in 2005, the median house price, median meaning the midpoint of the sale of a home for that particular period, in this case 51 houses, was $273,000, and it has worked its way up to right now where it's $517,500 based on 62 houses. This is the median house price. Very important information, because as a property investor we definitely don't want to pay more than this figure if we can possibly avoid it, unless we really find a property that we're particularly interested in, or we would look to components that would keep us around this median house price. If we're looking at the suburb, you'll see that in Western Australia there are 15 people looking per property, whilst in Osborne Park there are 31 people looking per property, which means it's a property hotspot in high demand. If you're considering who's looking in Osborne Park and what type of tenants you're likely to attract for your properties, you're looking at independent youth. These are guys who probably live in units in Osborne Park, close to the CBD, close to employment, close to transport routes. Maturing and established independents and older independents, once again because of its proximity to the City of Perth, transport routes and proximity to employment. So you can see that from this analysis indeed, Osborne Park is a particularly good suburb for investors to look at, but more importantly, by doing this research online and combining it with research offline by actually visiting properties, you could very quickly get a good feel for the suburb. We like to call it the 100 rule, where you visit 100 properties, preferably online and offline, with a nice harmonious mix, so that you can be certain that when you make a call on a property in Osborne Park, you know exactly what you're buying. You'll know more than 100% of the population looking to buy in Osborne Park, and you'll make sure that you'll understand Osborne Park, you'll know it better than 95% of the population, but more importantly, you'll make sure that you don't pay too much for any property you may be considering in Osborne Park as an investment. If you enjoyed this video and would like more information on property investment, I urge you to go to my website www.limitlessrealestate.com.au.